Alright, so today we're doing Banks of the Ohio, and this is in the style that we did You Are My Sunshine as well as Wildwood Flower. So this is a little bit different because we're using more of the treble strings than we did on the other two songs. So again, let's start with the melody. Now the chords you're going to need are G, D, D7. Now a D7 is basically a D, and if you think about your D being a triangle pointing this way, a D7 is basically a triangle pointing the other way. So your first finger goes here, your second here, and your third here, and you still strum 4 strings. Okay? And we're going to need a C. And we're going to use a G. I'll loosely call this a G5. It's not technically a G5 unless we mute this note. Now whether you do or not doesn't really matter too much for this song, but what we do have to do is use our third finger on this note because that's going to be part of the melody. So for the melody, the third string open is G. And that's going to basically be our root note. That's our home for this chord. Okay? We're going to start with a pickup note, which is the 4th string open. Now 3rd string open, 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string open. Okay? All right? Now, we're going to do something a little different on this one. We're going to do the 3rd string open and then the 4th string 4th fret. Okay? Now, those two notes together, they're only a half step apart, so there's a bit of a dissonant sound there when we play them together. You may want that. It's actually kind of cool sounding, but you may want to mute that out. So to mute it out, all you got to do is allow this finger to touch that 3rd string while it's ringing. And then we go back to the 3rd string open, 3rd string 2nd fret. And it's very important that you use your first finger there because when we start adding the chords, we're going to do a D chord there. Alright, so far we have now, start on that note that you just ended on. We're gonna 2nd string open, 2nd string 1st fret, and again, it's important you use your first finger there because the chord that goes over it is that D7, and that finger is where that is in that chord. Okay. Now when I did the demonstration in the beginning of the video, I used my pinky here. That's because I have fairly small hands, but I would really recommend you use your 3rd finger here. And what that is all on the 2nd string. 1, 3, 1, open. Okay? So far we have okay, stay on that 2nd string, and we're just going to do those same 3 notes, but all 3 ascending. So that's 0, 1, 3. Okay, now this next one's probably the trickiest little piece of the puzzle here. So it's going to go 2nd string open, 3rd string 2nd fret, third string open, second string first fret. Again, second string open, third string second fret, third string open, second string first fret. And the chord that goes with that is a C. Okay. Now, start back at that G. It was going to be your third string open. 0, 2, second string open. Okay. And what I do on this, now there's probably a couple ways you can do this, but I just hit this second string open, hammer on the first fret, and pull it off. Okay? And you can pick it again, you can pick all three. But I just kind of hammer it on, then get that second fret of the third string, and end where I started on that open G string, or open third string. Alright, so here's the entire melody. Okay, when you can get that with those fingers, we'll start adding these chords. So again, you kind of have to use your own discretion of how to play these rhythmically. You want to be able to tap your foot, and you want to be able to actually sing the song in time. So we'll break it down into pieces. The first one is G. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. Down, down, up, down, down. Now a D chord. D7. G. Let's stop right there for a minute. Okay? Try that a few times. Okay, now pause the video, work on that before you move on. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself. It's best that you get that piece. Now, the next piece is, and this is where you go into that, what I call the G5 loosely. Now, it may help if you play your pinky here as well, because if you take big strums and you're hitting that E string open, then you've actually got a G6. Cool chord, not what we're going for right here. So it's now here's where we are. Alright, so it's very important that you land on that first finger. And end it up. This last note, on the banks. Notice how we had to change chords in the middle of that strum pattern. All the other strum patterns up to this point are or. So this one goes. All right, so on the banks of the Ohio. Okay, on the banks of the Ohio. And all you gotta do is hit that D one time. Of the Ohio. All right, so one more time, all the way through, kind of up to speed, just to get you motivated a little bit here. Wish me luck on this. Okay, now it's worth saying that the strum pattern that I taught you was about as simple as I want to break it down for this video. But you can definitely fill in the gaps and do more with the melody as far as adding more notes. And again, you think of a rhythm like a measure of music broke down in the beats is much like a tape measure broken down into 16th notes, eighths, quarters, halves. Okay, so even though all these notes fit into the simple, you can add the 16ths and the eighths in there. Check this out. Here's the demonstration. So what you just heard was pretty much the simple version. Let me just add to it a little bit, fill in all the gaps. In other words, I'm just going to keep this hand rolling the whole time. And you might have noticed on that one, I did I think I did. Alright, so actually I just picked the wrong string, but since we're in the key of G, a lot of those open notes are part of the scale. That just happened to work. Okay, where I meant to go. Alright, either way is actually pretty cool. So I don't want to discourage you from trying to strive for perfection, but don't let that pursuit of perfection slow down your progress and hinder your enjoyment of the instrument. You can hit wrong notes and just keep rolling. Have fun anyway. So, yeah, if anybody's a good example of that, I am. I hit wrong notes all the time, but I enjoy the instrument, and sometimes those wrong notes work out. So that is Banks of the Ohio. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.